Woo! What's going on, dudes and dudettes? It is Deadpool here, ready some more Nuke's Top 5s video. I guess I'll just say at this point, because I've just been binging their channel lately. Top 5 UFO sightings. UFOs caught on camera, or caught on tape, I guess. This is from the 90s. Caught on tape, question mark. So I wonder if these are going to be hoaxes. Like, a few of these are going to be hoaxes, because like the question mark, that's kind of what I feel like it's pointing at. Like, yeah, these aren't real, you know, or like, you know, I guess there's no way to prove if any of them are real, but like these are definitely hoaxes. Like, these are confirmed hoaxes. But I guess we shall see. Let's get into it. Be sure to, you know, give the old, oh, I already had their channel up. Be sure to subscribe-leo to Nuke's Top 5 and such, and like his videos. Or her video, I don't know, their videos, I should say. And let's get into it.
The top 5 UFO sightings caught on tape. The U.S. Department of Defense secret UFO program.
To maybe our favorite story of the day. It's the one that we mentioned.
Is this the Canadian Prime Minister one?
What looks to be a case of real-life X-Files, ladies and gentlemen.
Just this month, the U.S. Defense Department revealed that it had spent over $22 million on the, quote, Advanced Aerospace Threat Identification Program. Basically, the program's sole purpose was to investigate authenticated UFO sightings. The Department of Defense had previously denied that the program even existed for over 10 years.
See, the problem I have with these, like, UFO, like, people hear UFO and they immediately think, oh, aliens. Like, that word has become synonymous with aliens when it isn't, you know? UFO is just unidentified flying object, you know? Anything in the sky can be a UFO if you don't know what it is. You know, if the government doesn't know what it is. If, you know, if it looks bad on this camera and they don't know what it is, it's a UFO, you know? And they're just... they make this leap that, like, oh, those UFOs are aliens for sure. They're confirming aliens exist. Like, why aren't we talking about this? Aliens definitely exist. The government confirmed it, when all they're confirming is, yeah, there's a few UFO sightings a year. Yeah, because, you know, they don't have all the information in the world.
Along with the admission, some documented UFO encounters by the U.S. Navy were finally released to the public.
Like, yeah, of course.
Two Navy Air Force pilots encounter an object like nothing they've ever seen, all caught on camera.
Dude, this is a fucking drone, bro. There's a whole fleet of them. Look on the ASA. My gosh. They're all going against the wind. The wind's 120 knots from the west. The whole thing, dude.
Yeah, I've seen this one too. I do believe it's a drone. Probably an advanced drone.
Oh, that's them, is it? It's not. That is their own ass, dude. Well, if there's like another thing, it's rotating.
The pilots first think the object might be a drone.
Dude, this is a fucking drone, bro.
Until it makes a bizarre rotation that no drone would be capable of. One of the pilots
Except for
also
this
mentions
one.
eerily that there is a, quote, whole fleet of the objects flying in the air.
It's probably just from like another country.
NASA
Yeah, I don't really believe that one.
NASA streams a live feed from the International Space Station on the website ustream.tv.
Word?
Some regular users claim that occasionally...
Ustream.tv? I want to check. Ustream.tv. This better not be porn. Okay. Did it go? Maybe, yeah, let me just Google it. Broadcast your own TV channel? Is it? I'm guessing it's not a thing anymore. Did I spell it right? Ustream.tv. Ustream.to. What happens at Ustream on September 28th? Will be sunsetting free streaming. As part of this change, your free account will no longer be able to broadcast or have you. Oh, okay. So I don't think it's a thing. It's not a thing anymore. When was this video published? 2017. Okay, yeah, it's 5 years ago. That's when I graduated high school.
.tv. Some regular users claim that occasionally unexplained objects show up around the space station, but NASA then immediately cuts the live feed. Even though NASA says that the feed only goes down when there is a loss of connection with the station's camera, conspiracy theorists speculate that the feed is being cut for much more nefarious reasons, to cover up live footage of UFOs.
Like, I'm a fan of conspiracy theories as much as the next guy, but like, some people just like take everything and just like, oh, it's freaking government, you know, they're hiding shit. Freaking UFOs, man, freaking, you know, like, they just take it so far, and it's like, I don't know what this is, but like, the first thing I think of isn't fucking UFOs, you know? Like, they just look like rocks. Yeah, there's rocks in space. You didn't know that? Like, do you know how many meteors like hit Earth and like burn up in the atmosphere that nobody's aware of? That's probably just one of them. Like, it's probably a bunch of those, you know, a bunch of meteors that we're never gonna see because they burnt up into the atmosphere. You know, it happens all the freaking time. And then, you know, oh no, they cut the footage. And it's like, yeah, that's weird, but like, shit happens, you know. You know, sometimes I press the record button on this recording and it freezes my whole computer. I'm not over here going, it's aliens, it's the government, they're after me, you know? Like, people think because like what's the difference between my technical difficulties and NASA's? They're just like, oh, well, they have smart people. And I'm like, well, smart people make mistakes too. You know, smart people aren't infallible. But anyways, that's my rants about conspiracy theories and stuff.
For much more nefarious reasons, to cover up live footage of UFOs. In these clips, supposedly captured live by viewers, we see the appearance of some very strange objects around the space station.
A rock. Nice.
The camera then immediately switches to another view or just cuts out completely.
They probably do that because they know like people are gonna go batshit and say it's a UFO. They just don't want people to do that, and in doing that, they just, you know, made them go even more ham.
UFO. Earlier this year, the government of Chile released a strange video shot by a Navy helicopter. As you can see in the video, the pilot switches between normal video and thermal imaging. The bizarre object is not visible on regular video, but can clearly be seen in thermal view. The craft seems to emit some strange spray or gas as it flies across the sky. This controversial video was released after 2 years of study and investigation by both the Chilean government and independent investigators. 8 governmental meetings were held to try to determine what the object was. A team of French analysts suggested that it was simply a medium-haul aircraft dumping cabin wastewater as it came in for a landing. However, this explanation was soon thrown out.
Either way, it looks like it's behind some clouds, so that's probably why you can't see it. Like, there's a cloud right here, and it's probably behind that, and it's like following that line.
You see, the unidentified object did not show up on radar as a traditional plane would. It also didn't respond to attempts at radio contact. And finally, planes do not normally release liquid when landing. In fact, given the warm temperatures that day, aeronautical engineers say that the plane would likely have immediately crashed to the ground if it had released water at that altitude.
Word.
Experts in everything from meteorology to astrophysics.
Well, maybe that's what it did right after that. That's probably why it was going down. You saw it like it was on a slant downwards. Maybe that's why. It was probably just a rookie pilot that said, oh, fuck. We weren't supposed to do that, were we?
The footage, but no one could explain what the object was or what it might be releasing into the atmosphere.
Well, is it? This one's actually pretty sus, I'll admit. Like, I feel like the thermal imaging is
spray or gas.
Okay, what does it say?
The bizarre object is not visible on regular.
Okay, yeah, there's no clouds there unless this is one big storm cloud and this is the open area. But yeah, that's kind of what it looks like. Like, the sun's coming out here and then the clouds start here and this is all clouds. Right? Or am I tripping? Like, there's a cloud there. There's little clouds there. Cloud, big cloud.
Regular video, but can clearly be seen in thermal view.
Unless this is the cloud and this is upper, like, the sky. I don't know. This is like one of those optical illusion type things. But I mean, if it was credible enough to get like a full investigation, this is probably like legit. Like, hey, we couldn't see it here, but we can here. But this one over here, this is the one that I'm like, it's behind the cloud, dude.
An investigation by both.
Like, yeah, it's behind a cloud. This is a cloud. Well, the Chilean Navy UFO. Let's see. I don't know. I can't find any more information on it. This one is the most like, this might be legit, except for this part right here where it's behind a cloud. But yeah, I don't know. The other two I'm not really compelled with. I'm like, it could be anything, yeah. This one I'm like, it could be something. I don't know if it's aliens, but it could be like a new type of like, it could be like a new type of aircraft that like, you know, somebody's working on, you know, one of the government entities of the world that's working on.
The Chilean government, an independent investigation. The U.S. Department of Defense secret UFO program 2. This next clip was also made public after the U.S. Department of Defense revealed that they had been actively investigating UFO encounters for over 10 years.
Why wouldn't they?
In 2004, Navy pilots Commander David Fravor and Lieutenant Commander Jim Slate were on a training mission 100 miles off the coast of California when they received a strange order to investigate a UFO. You see, for weeks, the local airbase had been tracking strange, unidentified flying objects on radar. The objects would appear on radar at 80,000 feet, drop down to 20,000 feet, then either zoom back up into space or simply disappear.
Okay,
One of these strange objects
that's intriguing.
was spotted on radar, and the 2 pilots were ordered to investigate. They were shocked by what they found. The object did not show up on their F-18's radar, but they could detect it on their thermal imaging camera. Commander Fravor said that the object was hovering in place over the ocean. The sea below it seemed to bubble and churn, almost as if the seawater were actually boiling.
Well, it probably would if like the thrusters were over it. But like things like this, I feel like are more credible because it's like, hey, this aircraft is doing shit that like no aircraft is capable of doing. Like, it's like almost inhumanly capable. Like, nobody's able to do this. I find videos like this more interesting and like more viable. Like, yes, this could be aliens or something, when it's an aircraft that's like going from this elevation to this elevation in like split seconds. Like, that's clearly inhuman. So, and like this is like legit government people, you know, military, going, hey, check this out, which should be like standard protocol. Like, hey, there's something we don't know out there. Can you go check it out? You know, because it could just be like it's currently unidentified, but like, can you go identify it? Like, hey, can you like go check it out? So like, there's nothing really like sus about that. But like the fact that it's going like from, you know, up in the atmosphere to like down by the ocean, you know, like that's what's like, and it's hovering too. You know, helicopters are freaking slow, so if it's going really fast like that, they probably have a reason. And then, like, the way it looks, it's
in the video,
like the last one.
Pilots continuously zooming in and out on the object, switching viewing modes, as if trying to figure out what it might be that they were seeing. Commander Fravor decided to fly directly toward the object to determine once and for all what it actually was. That's when the UFO suddenly darted away at incredible speed. Fravor said, quote, "It accelerated like nothing I've ever seen." He added, "I have no idea what I saw. It had no plumes, wings, or rotors, and outran our F-18s.
Yeah, that's pretty creepy.
Aguadilla UFO. On April 25, 2013, the U.S. Department of Homeland Security was conducting a scheduled Customs and Border inspection from a Dash 8Q-200 aircraft in Aguadilla, Puerto Rico. As they took off from the airport, they spotted a strange flashing light flying in the dark over the airfield and circled back. When they turned back, the light on the flying object suddenly went off. They suspected that it might be the small plane of a drug smuggler, trying to avoid detection by turning off his lights. They began recording the flying object on their plane-mounted thermal imaging camera. What they found was certainly no small plane. The unidentified object can be seen moving very fast and low over the landscape.
It could be a drone. Oh, when was this? Where's the date? 2013? I see 2013 in the top left-hand corner. I don't know if that's the date, but if it is, it could be a drone. They do move pretty fast. I mean, how fast are we talking here? If it's like, 40 miles per hour, maybe it's a drone. If it's like, friggin' plane speed, they go like, what, over 1,000 miles an hour or some shit like that? I don't know. They go fast, that's all I know. I kinda wanna Google it. I'm gonna Google it. I don't wanna stop the video though. How fast do planes go? Oh, I overestimated it like a fuck ton. So what? It's 240 kilometers per hour to 280 kilometers per hour. So that's about what? What is a fucking kilometer? It's about 230 miles per hour? Fucking, I don't know.
It then flies over the ocean, and this is when things really get weird.
Oh shit.
The object actually begins to dip above and below the ocean's surface, all without causing a noticeable splash or decreasing speed. Then, even more incredibly, an identical object seems to join the other craft, flying in formation. The source of the leaked video is unknown, but experts have authenticated it to be actual US Department of Homeland Security video. Oddly, the original clip was posted to YouTube, then taken down shortly afterwards. The clip you see here was posted by someone who had saved a copy of the original video before its deletion. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more like it,
I just find it sus that like videos like this are always taken on like crappy cameras. Like even with planes, you would think they would have better cameras. Like same with like crimes, like bank cameras, CCTV footage. It's always so shit, Like we have these phones that, we can record video in like 8K on our phones, these things we carry in our pockets, but like we can't make cameras better, Like I feel, and it's weird that like UFO sightings aren't more common now. It feels like they were more common before cameras got as good as they were. You see where I'm going with this? There's a lot less, oh, what's that? Because people can easily be like, zoom in, and that's a plane. That's, what I'm saying? But these ones are pretty weird. I will say that. These last three, these last three, I feel like could be, there's something to them. These first two though, I'm not really buying. I don't know. But Nuke's Top 5, another great video. Be sure to like and subscribe to Nuke's Top 5 as always. And be sure to subscribe to mine as well. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. Really like, comment, and subscribe. Any feedback we greatly appreciate, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.
I see her rolling up, Uber black Cadillac, high heel boots and a sexy body full of tats. Baby's bad, oh baby's hella bad. After her there ain't no coming back. Wanna take a run at that. I think she's feeling me, turn it up a few degrees. My imagination of her body gets the best of me. Oh gosh, she's such a tease, bitten lips, bruised knees. I'm addicted to her, need her touching me. Cause she got a bad little waist, and we tearing down this place. Off the liquor that we chase, Casamigos to the face, baby, I don't need no space.